Rock TV. Rock TV. Rock TV.
In your mind's eye, looking back to all the shows you saw growing up and throughout your life, what are the ones that really stand out to you as watermarks for you?
Ooh.
Live shows.
Oh man, that's hard. I saw a lot of shows when I was a kid.
You ever see Hendrix?
No, I wasn't allowed to go. I was too young. My parents would, you're not gonna go see those. Everybody would be on drugs and blah blah blah. I was only 11, you know. I wanted to see him at the Hollywood Bowl with the naked chicks and in the pool and all that.
Well, what was your first show you saw?
The first show I ever saw was Three Dog Night, and I ended up doing Corey Wells' solo album. That was one of the first sessions I did when I was a teenager. He was a nice cat. I love all those guys. Great band.
But in terms of live shows?
Live shows, I mean, gosh, there were so many great ones. Joe Walsh live. I sat outside for hours to see him at the Roxy. That was incredible. Close to the Edge, yes. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. Back when they were like events, like, you know, now there's 10,000 records a week released and music is background noise for multitasking or something. We used to sit and stare. We used to sit in a row so we could all hear the stereo. And, you know, whoever had the best stereo, we'd stand in line and wait for the record and open it up and then read the credits. And nobody would say anything until side one was over. Then we'd go, wow, track 3, man. Wow, that was deep. That solo, just play that solo. And you're lifting up the needle and doing that. You know, and there was no telephones going. There was no other thing. It was just the music. And we were all musicians, and all of the guys that I hung out with all ended up making it. Like, you know, guys that, you know, not just the Toto guys like Michael Landau, John Pierce, people that moved on to, you know, the guys from our neighborhood that went on to be, or still professional musicians. You know, they're badass. And we still used to, it was all we lived for. We used to cut school to play at other people's schools. You know, and stuff. So, you know, I used to pay my sister to do my homework and stuff like that.
If you could have been a fly on the wall for any recording session for an album that you just worship.
Sgt. Pepper's, man. You're going to get that from everybody. But that was so, I got to ask all the geeky questions. How did you do, you know, you only had 4 tracks, blah, 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 you know, I could talk tech with Jeff Emmerich, you know, and Paul and George Martin were willing to talk about it, you know. I kept looking over, you know, just kick me under the table if I'm blowing it. You know, Linda was the sweetest woman, God bless her soul. She was so nice to me, and she was great. She sent me photos of us in the studio, and she went out of her way.
There's that great photo where the band's with Paul and Linda, and you're all wearing the white kind of Kiss makeup.
Well, you know, he didn't tell us we were going to have to wear the makeup until we got there, but I said, if he's going to wear it, I'm going to, you know, okay, cool. You know, and while I was there, Jeff Porcaro introduced me to David Gilmour, which was another one of my heroes. So it's like, you know, here I am, I was like 24 years old going, I can't believe this is all happening to me. And I'm going to be 60, and I still feel that way in a lot of ways. You know, I don't have any bitterness in me. I'm still a fan of music. You know, my son's a musician. He's 30. My older son, I have a younger son too, who's 6, but he's not a musician yet. But I only have one son who's a musician. But it's still like, I still get off on all this, man. This is weird. 40 plus years in, you know, as a professional, I've been playing since I was a kid. My first band was making money. I was 11, you know.
Well, Steve, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hey, so
I talk too much. You can edit out all the bullshit, you know.
Rock TV. Rock TV. Rock TV.